The weight you have been carrying in your heart has not gone unnoticed. Even when you convince yourself that you are strong, even when you tell yourself that you can endure anything, there is a quiet ache inside you that God has seen from the very beginning. You may not have spoken it out loud, but your silence has been louder than your words. God hears the questions you whisper in the privacy of your mind, the doubts you try to swallow, the confusion you keep tucked inside because you don't want anyone to see how deeply you've been affected. He knows the moments you look at someone and try to believe in them, even though something inside you keeps tugging, telling you that something is off. Something is hidden, something is not what it appears to be. You have been trying to give the benefit of the doubt. You have convinced yourself again and again that if you just wait a little longer, if you just trust a little more, if you just ignore the uneasy feeling in your spirit, everything will become clear. You hoped that the smiles were real, the words were honest, and the intentions were pure. You hoped that the gestures were genuine, that the promises meant something. You hoped that the connection you felt was not one-sided, not manipulated, not taken for granted. But no matter how much you tried to silence your instincts, God kept sending you small hints, little moments where your heart felt unsettled. Where something didn't add up, where the energy shifted just enough for you to notice, you tried to brush it off. You told yourself you were overthinking. You told yourself you were too emotional, too suspicious, too wounded from the past. You kept trying to bury the signs under your desire for peace. But what you didn't realize is that those signs were not meant to confuse you, they were meant to protect you. God has been trying to get your attention, not to scare you, but to prepare you. He knew that if he remained silent, you would keep giving your heart away to someone who does not honor it. He knew you would keep battling for someone who would not fight for you in return. He knew your loyalty would keep you stuck in a situation designed to drain you instead of helping you grow. There is someone in your life who thinks you cannot see the truth. Someone who believes they are clever enough to hide their intentions, charming enough to mask their motives, strategic enough to pretend they care more than they actually do. They think they are controlling the narrative. They think they are managing how you perceive them. They think they are getting away with deception because they confuse your kindness for blindness. What they do not realize is that God sees every part of them, their actions, their secrets, their thoughts, and the parts they hide even from themselves. And God is not merely watching, He is intervening. This is the season where illusions will shatter. Masks will fall off. What has been hidden will rise to the surface. God is about to expose the truth, not to hurt you, but to free you. There are conversations happening behind your back that God has heard. There are plans being made without your knowledge that God has already disrupted. There are false impressions being projected toward you, but God is pulling the curtain away. The truth is coming, not to break you, but to break the lies that have been surrounding you. You have been feeling spiritually uneasy for a reason. You have sensed that something is not aligned. You have felt a disturbance in your peace even on days when nothing visibly went wrong. That discomfort was not anxiety, it was revelation. It was your spirit responding to what your mind couldn't yet understand. God was speaking to you in ways you could feel before you could see. He's about to make it clear. What this person doesn't know is that God has been observing everything. Every time they said one thing and did another. Every time they acted innocent while hiding their true thoughts. Every time they manipulated a situation to make themselves look better. Every time they made you doubt yourself while they were the one being inconsistent. Every time they pretended to care while secretly prioritizing their own benefit. God saw the moments they thought were invisible. The moments they assumed you were too trusting to notice. The moments they believed they were in control. But God has decided that the time for pretending is over. There is a divine shift happening in your life, one that will expose the truth not through confrontation, but through revelation. You won't need to argue, accuse, or demand answers. God Himself will make the truth come out. He will create situations where the real intentions of this person will slip through naturally. He will orchestrate conversations where their true character reveals itself without effort. He will open your eyes so clearly that you won't have any doubts left, not about them, and not about yourself. For too long, you have questioned your own intuition because someone else made you feel like you were imagining things. You were not imagining anything. You were discerning. God placed that discernment inside you because He knew it would become your shield. He knew that your heart was too pure to detect deception without spiritual help. He knew that your love was so genuine that you would give chances to someone who didn't deserve them. So He planted warnings in your spirit long before your mind could comprehend what was happening. God is proud of you for trying to believe in the good in people. But now He is stepping in to show you that believing in good does not mean tolerating deceit. You have outgrown situations that keep you confused. You have matured past relationships that require you to shrink yourself just to maintain peace. You have evolved beyond connections that drain your emotional energy. And because you have grown, God is removing what cannot grow with you. Some truths are painful, but necessary. Some revelations break illusions but save souls. God is not exposing the truth to embarrass you, He is revealing it to elevate you. You have a destiny that is too important for you to be entangled with someone who isn't aligned with your purpose. You have blessings coming that require clarity, not confusion, honesty, not half-truths, purity, not manipulation. God is preparing you for a new level, and not everyone can follow you there. Especially not someone who built their connection with you on convenience instead of commitment. The truth about this person will come out in waves. It won't just be one moment. It will be a series of revelations that leave no room for misunderstanding. You will begin to see inconsistencies you once overlooked. You will hear things you weren't meant to hear. You will notice details you used to ignore. You will realize that your spirit knew the truth long before the evidence appeared. But here's the most powerful part. When the truth is exposed, you will not feel anger, you will feel clarity. You will not feel defeated, you will feel released. You will not feel betrayed, you will feel protected. Because deep within, a part of you already knew this moment was coming. God is not exposing this person to punish them, He is exposing them to save you. There comes a moment in every journey where God refuses to let you walk blindly any longer, and you are reaching that moment now. The veil is thinning. The illusion is cracking. The truth you sensed but could not articulate is rising to the surface, and God is positioning you in a place where you will no longer mistake someone's charm for their character. You will no longer confuse their attention for affection. You will no longer interpret their mixed signals as complicated love. The fog is going to lift, and when it does, you will wonder how you ever doubted yourself. You have been so patient. You have given so much grace. Even when things didn't feel right, you waited for clarity instead of reacting out of fear. God saw every moment you held your tongue because you didn't want to judge too quickly. He saw every time you gave the benefit of the doubt even when your spirit whispered, "This isn't right." He saw the nights you questioned your own mind, replaying conversations and moments that made no sense, trying to convince yourself that maybe you misread the situation, but you didn't misread anything. What you sensed was real. And now what was hidden is stepping into the light. There is something this person has been trying to control, your perception of them. They like being seen as the good one. They want you to believe their intentions are pure, even when their actions contradict their words. They love the image they've created because it hides the parts of themselves they don't want to confront. They know they have been inconsistent, but they hide it behind excuses. They know they have been emotionally unreliable, but they mask it with promises. They know they have been keeping you close without offering clarity, but they disguise it as confusion or timing. God is about to dismantle that facade, not through chaos, not through drama, not through arguments, but through undeniable truth, truth so clear that even they will no longer be able to pretend. God is going to reveal their intentions by allowing their behavior to expose itself. You won't need proof. Their own actions will become the proof. Their contradictions will speak louder than their explanations. Their silence will reveal more than their words. Their distance will expose what their closeness tried to hide. God is stepping into this situation because your heart has been too loyal to walk away on its own. You needed clarity, and clarity is exactly what is coming. You are entering a season where your spiritual sight will sharpen. You will look at situations that once confused you and finally see the truth with ease. You will look at this person and see beyond their words, straight into their intentions. You will notice how their actions don't align. You will sense when they are being genuine and when they are pretending. You will feel when they are pulling away, not because of fear or vulnerability, but because they never intended to stay. But here is something important God wants you to understand: this is not a punishment. This is protection. You have a heart that loves deeply. You give fully. You are loyal in ways many people cannot comprehend. And because of that, you need someone who chooses you with the same sincerity, not someone who keeps you guessing. You deserve someone whose words match their actions, whose intentions are clear, whose energy is stable. This person has been taking advantage of your softness because they assumed you wouldn't notice the truth. They thought you were too emotionally invested to realize their inconsistencies. But God is about to show them exactly who you are. You are not blind. You are discerning. You are not weak. You are compassionate. You are not naive. You are faithful. And God is about to reveal that the strength you carry is spiritual, not emotional dependency. You may have cared for this person, but you were never destined to be deceived by them. There will be a moment soon, subtle, unexpected, where something they do or say will instantly confirm everything you've been sensing. It won't be dramatic. It won't be a confrontation. It will simply be truth slipping through the cracks of their behavior. And when it happens, you will feel a sudden peace, not sadness. You will feel alignment, not fear. You will understand that God was preparing you for that exact moment, and then something powerful will happen. You will detach, not out of anger, not out of bitterness, but out of clarity. The emotional hold they had over you will dissolve. Their words will stop affecting you the way they used to. Their absence will no longer create confusion. Their presence will no longer cloud your judgment. You will see them exactly as they are, without the illusion, without the hope, without the excuses. God is freeing you from emotional entanglement with someone who was never meant to hold your heart, but this revelation is not just about them. It's also about you. You are entering a season where God is upgrading your spiritual sensitivity. He is teaching you to trust your intuition. He is teaching you to recognize the difference between emotional attachment and spiritual alignment. He is teaching you to honor your own value so deeply that you never again settle for someone who only gives you fragments of what you deserve. There is someone out there who will match your energy, not drain it. Someone who will bring clarity, not confusion. Someone who will pursue you, not keep you hanging. Someone who will be honest, not mysterious. Someone who will choose you, not test you. God is clearing space for that person, and exposing the one who doesn't belong is the first step. But for now, you need to prepare your heart for the truth that is coming. Not because it will hurt you, but because it will transform you. You will look back at this moment and realize that God was not delaying your life, He was protecting your destiny. He was removing what could not go with you. He was revealing what would have hindered your growth. He was exposing someone who has been fooling you, not because you were gullible, but because you loved genuinely. Soon, you will understand everything. There is a moment God prepares for every person who has walked through confusion, manipulation, or emotional uncertainty, a moment when everything becomes clear, when the fog lifts, when the heart finally understands why it felt uneasy for so long. You are approaching that moment now, and nothing can stop it. The truth that has been circling your spirit is going to land directly in front of you, undeniable and unhidden. You will not have to search for signs anymore. You will not have to replay conversations or wonder what someone truly meant. You will not have to keep asking God for clarity, because the clarity you asked for is arriving in its fullness. This person who has been fooling you, whether intentionally or through their own emotional immaturity, is about to be revealed. God is not revealing them to expose their flaws, but to illuminate your worth. He is not showing you who they really are to shame them, but to prevent you from attaching your destiny to someone who cannot honor it. They have been giving you just enough attention to keep you close, but never enough effort to give you peace. They have been offering words that sound like promises, but actions that contradict every sentence. They have been enjoying your presence without respecting your heart. And while they may not see anything wrong with what they're doing, God sees everything. He sees the nights you kept your phone close, waiting for a message that never came. He sees the moments you accepted excuses because you wanted to believe the best. He sees the disappointment you hid because you didn't want to be too much or too emotional. He sees the way you tried to adjust yourself to fit into uncertainty. He sees the way your heart tightened every time you sensed something wasn't right, and God says, "Enough." You were never meant to settle for someone who plays with your emotions. You were never meant to shrink yourself just to be understood. You were never meant to tolerate inconsistency. God didn't give you a soft heart so someone else could use it to feed their ego. He didn't give you discernment so someone could convince you that your intuition was overreacting. He didn't give you spiritual sensitivity only for someone to cloud your clarity. This entire situation has been a spiritual lesson, a painful one, perhaps, but one that will elevate you into a version of yourself that is wiser, stronger, clearer, and far more discerning. God is taking you from emotional confusion to spiritual maturity, from attachment to alignment, from hoping someone would change to recognizing they were never meant to stay. When the truth finally reveals itself, you will notice something within you shift. Your heart will not break, it will awaken. Your spirit will not crumble, it will rise. Your confidence will not dim, it will strengthen. You will look at this person and see them not through the lens of what you hoped they could become, but through the reality of who they are right now. And the moment you see them clearly, the emotional power they had over you will fade instantly, your heart will straighten itself, your mind will become calm, your self-worth will speak louder than your longing, and your spirit will say, "Now I understand." You will no longer want clarity from them, you will have clarity from God. You will no longer ask why things didn't work, you will see that God was protecting you. You will no longer try to force connection, you will trust divine redirection. You will no longer feel tied to what was confusing, you will feel drawn to what is true, pure, stable, and aligned. But that isn't the end of this story, because once God exposes what was wrong, He reveals what is right, there is a new chapter forming in your life. A chapter where your heart is met with the same sincerity it gives. A chapter where you are chosen, not tolerated. Pursued, not ignored. Cherished, not taken for granted. In this upcoming season, God will bring someone into your life whose intentions are clear, whose energy is steady, whose actions are consistent. Someone who communicates openly, who values your presence, who respects your boundaries, who sees your worth without needing to be reminded. But before that person arrives, God must clear away what was never meant to take that place. He is removing the emotional clutter so that love can find room to grow. He is eliminating confusion so that clarity can enter. He is shutting doors that lead nowhere so that the right door can open, and the moment you let go of what has been draining you, you will feel God guiding you into a future that finally makes sense. The truth that is coming may surprise you, but it will also liberate you. It will open your eyes, expand your spirit, and prepare your heart for something far better than what you have been holding on to. There is peace waiting for you. There is alignment waiting for you. There is love waiting for you. And everything that is being revealed right now is part of God's divine plan to lead you to that place. You are not losing anything, you are being delivered. You are not being rejected, you are being redirected. You are not being deceived, you are being awakened. You are not falling apart, you are falling into clarity. Soon, you will look back at this moment with gratitude, not pain, because God is not exposing this person to hurt you, He is exposing them to heal you. He is freeing your heart, He is protecting your future. And He is guiding you toward the love that was always meant for you. The truth is coming, and when it arrives, everything will finally make sense.